we first have to show a different face for the mining industry, because the face that we have seen so far in Ecuador that triggers all these protests from environmental and social groups is that mining will destroy the environment. So we have to change that perception, and we need to do it together. And that has been my request since I took over the mining ministry. Let's work together to change that. Believe it or not, the support to these ONGs comes from outside, from lots of countries such as Germany, US, even, it comes from outside. And those are the ones that are supporting leaders, local leaders, to do that. I am working very close with the Ministry of Environment and the Water Secretariat in order to change that, in order to show them that what responsible mining does not destroy the environment and whatever resources we have here. And that is our job. As I stated before, the Vice President has taken the flag of this, and we are working with the different players in the area to change that perception. We've intervened recently in Buenos Aires, that you're probably aware of, which was a very large sector where there were around 10,000 illegal miners. We were able to count 5,000, the other 5,000 went other ways. There were 3,000 illegal foreigners working in that project. So we are very committed to fighting illegal mining, which is the one that really causes the environmental damages. We are clear that responsible mining, such as the important companies that are in the country, will follow international standards and comply with that. I think as a country we need to be competitive with comparing to other countries, our neighbors, Colombia, Peru, and so on, where they have attractive contracts. Our services contracts and specific services contracts were not attractive, mainly because companies cannot book reserves. So with the participation contracts, companies now can book reserves. And we saw good results recently in the intra-campus round that came out, where out of 8 blocks that we put out, we were able to sign 7 contracts with investments of $1.2 billion. So we have already seen the interest of the companies moving forward using those contracts. What in the past, I think what the governments have seen is that whenever you had windfalls, all that windfall was going towards the companies and not staying with the governments. What we have done in the new contract is put a formula in there that attacks that issue. If the price of oil, international price of oil goes up, then the share will be adjusted. That way will compensate Ecuador for any higher price of oil. And you're right, it depends. If the price of oil is high, participation contracts are good. If the price of oil is low, then you have the services contracts are good. So it depends on which side you are. We, with this new contract, have put in as our initiative something that will make those contracts interesting for both sides, independent of the price of oil. If the price of oil goes up, both of us will win. If the price of oil goes down, both of us will suffer. So that is the new perspective that we have implemented in the new contracts, which we see the industry really looking at it with interest. Ecuador has excess capacity of energy in the rainy seasons. We export energy to Colombia, and with the new agreements we have with the other governments, we should be exporting energy through Peru to Chile and so on. But a lot of investment has been made in the hydro projects. Today, over 85% of our local energy is hydro. As a strategy, we have seen that we need to have gas power generation projects, natural gas, and we have wind power and solar power, and we're also looking at geothermal power. Ecuador is rich in geothermal. We have good sun conditions, we have good wind conditions. But very, very little has been done. We have one wind project in the southern part of Ecuador in Loja, which has a plant factor over 50%, which is very good for wind power. So we have put out one project that we are tendering out in the next weeks for 110 megawatts wind projects in the Loja province. We want private investments to come, invest in the project, and we will commit to buy the energy at whatever price is agreed from the investor.